Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Amber Denise. If you are returning, then welcome back. So today I thought I'd do something a little different. Now I know I have not seen you all in a minute, and I promised you guys that every 6 weeks I would upload my Sisterlock updates. Now I call it my 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month. However, when I do these videos, guys, I've probably already passed my month. Okay, so for instance, today is September the 19th. I have already passed my 3-month mark. I turned 3 months on August 23rd. August 24th. Okay, but I got my retie September the 8th. So I don't do them on the month. So every time I turn a month, I don't do a video. I wait until I get my reties to do my videos, because that way, if I have anything new to bring to you guys, I can bring that to you all. Me and my lactation, if we have a conversation or if anything comes up during my retie, I can tell that to you all. So I give it 6 weeks, so that way I can actually have something to say. You know, I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I want to have things to say to you guys when I make these videos. And I feel like because sister locks, the lock process in general is one that starts off pretty slowly. You don't really see too much changes week to week to week. Well, I have not seen changes week to week to week. So I didn't feel a need to make a video week to week to week. Okay, now I will be 4 months on September 24th. So my locks will be 4 months old on September 24th. So yes, this video was coming to you very late. Thanks to school starting, and you know, I'm a mom and I'm an educator, so there are things that I had to kind of get used to, and yeah, the whole shebang with virtual learning, which we won't even get into right now. But needless to say, I'm back. So I'm going to switch it up today, and instead of doing just an update video, I'm going to do a update / sister lock tag video. Now I'm going to do a part 1 and part 2 to this video, because it's going to be ridiculously long if I sit here and do the whole thing. I did this whole thing and it was like 25 minutes, and I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to see nobody talking for 25 minutes. Now, vlogs and things like that, I'll watch for 25, 30 plus minutes because they're entertaining. Somebody sitting here looking at the camera talking to it, I don't want to watch that for 25 minutes. So I'm going to do 2 parts to this video. The first part is going to be me answering 5 questions, and then the second part is going to be me answering the other 5. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. Before I even get into a question though, there has been no major updates with my locks as far as how they've grown. I'm going to do a quick little spin around so you can see the side of them. You can see how they've kind of, you know, grown. And I'm going to kind of turn this light down because I feel like it's blinding me just a tad bit. Okay. Okay, it's kind of like, yeah. So it's really late where I am, so it's no natural lighting or anything for me to use. So I'm going to show you guys my locks really quick before I get into it today. This is the back of them, and I hope you guys can see them. Let me shake them a little bit, because I know this is like something that everyone wants to see, my grid and all of that stuff. So yeah. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, so I hope that was cool for you guys to see. So yeah, other than that, there's been no major changes. If you want to hear about me talk about my locks and, you know, my philosophies on my locks and things like that, and how I won't be, why I only wash my hair every 3 weeks, you can go back and watch my previous video, and that'll explain all of that. And it's also a cool video to my other thoughts on sister locks and sister lock groups and all of that stuff. So this video though, straight sister tag, okay, or straight sister lock tag. So I'm going to get into the questions. I have my little handy dandy book here because I don't want to get off track with these questions. So let's go. First question. When were your locks installed? How long have you had them? So my locks were installed on May 24th of 2020, and I've had them going on 4 months. September 24th will make 4 months that I've had my locks. Question 2. Why sister locks and not some other form of locks? Well, not gonna lie to you. Sister locks were not my first choice. They were not the locks that I've wanted ever since I wanted locks. I used to want traditional locks. When I was younger, and I'm gonna say younger as in my teens, I used to want traditional because I knew locks was gonna be the hairstyle that I would go to eventually in life when I was older, in my late 40s, early 50s. So I used to joke with my mom and say that these like traditional locks would be my forever style. Like that's gonna be my going out style. That's gonna be the style that y'all bury me in. Okay, and that's what I thought that my locks would be. I just knew it. Like I knew I was gonna eventually join the lock family, but because locks require such a commitment, and this is not something that you get today and you take out tomorrow. This is not something that you get today and you take out in a month. Locks are a commitment. If you want to see them thrive, if you want to see them grow, if you want them to be real, now they got it where you can get the fake locks up in there for a month, and you can have the look of the style but not the commitment. Well, I never wanted that. I knew that when I decided to go to locks, it would be locks, like committed locks. Now, I did try the crochet locks like years ago, and they were cute. But, you know, for my hair, when I did the real locks with my hair, I knew it would be a style that I would get when I would be older. So I definitely wanted locks. The sister locks didn't come into my life until about 2008 when I started working at a credit union, and my coworker had them. And I thought they were so beautiful. I didn't even know they existed before then. And ever since then, I knew that they would be the locks instead of traditional. I just didn't know when I would get them because I used to cut my hair, color my hair. I used to wear wigs. I used to, everything that people are doing now, I used to do back in the early 2000s with my hair, like cut, color, wig, crochet, you know, shave on the side with a little design in, like whatever you can think of, I've probably had. I've burnt my hair off, had me looking like Cynthia from the Rugrats. I just used to just have fun with my hair. Like it wasn't that serious to me. But I also knew, because I felt like that about my hair, that locks were not a style that I needed to even attempt to do back then. So yeah, I've had locks on my radar for a while. How long did it take you to schedule your installation? Now, if you guys hear children, I'm going to apologize. Again, I'm a mom and they are here. I'm trying to film with them here, and trying to keep them quiet is not always, you know, possible. So to all my mom YouTubers out there, you know the deal. So anywho, number 3, how long did it take you to schedule your installation? Oh, well, yeah, it took me years. It definitely took me years, going back to my last question. If I probably repeated myself. But it took me like 12 years to schedule my installation. So if you think back to 2008, it's 2020. I'm just getting them. So yeah, about 12 years. What fears did you have before getting your locks? I really didn't have any fears. I was excited. I was excited because I'm the type of person, once I know what I want, I'm excited about it. Like, I wasn't afraid of how they would look. I didn't care about the, you know, plucked chicken phase that everybody talked about when I would watch tons of sister lock videos. Like, I just didn't care. Because I knew they would be beautiful. You know, I knew that it was a process. I knew that I was ready to, you know, embrace that process with whatever came to me. So I had no fears going in. Next question. One thing you wish you knew before getting your sister locks. Now, before getting my sister locks, I wish I knew about just the fact of how important it is to detangle my hair. Now, my lactation told me not to detangle my hair, and I did mention this in a previous video that I think that her telling me not to do that was a good thing, only because she got to see how my hair really did when after a wash. No conditioner, no nothing, just clarifying shampoo and water. And from what she discovered about my hair is that water, my hair, like most 4C people, our hair likes to shrivel. Especially once it gets dry, it holds on to itself. It locks. It wants to just hug and hug and hug and hug and hug. That's it. And because of that, my lactation was able to tell me, as far as braiding and banding, I knew I had to braid and band. But when she told me, she was like, baby girl, you are not going to take those braids out your hair until your hair was 100% dry. Okay, like, she didn't say it like that to me. She's really nice. She didn't like, you're not gonna. No, she was like, please, like, because of how your hair is with after you wash it and the way it dries, I advise you. Because some people, you know, are lucky that they can take their hair out right after a tie. Like, right after a wash, they can take their braids and bands out and they can let their hair air dry. Some people can wait till it gets 50%. Like, not everybody has to wait till their hair is 100% dry. But my lactician advised me, because of how my hair is and how my hair dries without products or anything, to not do that. So that was one of the biggest benefits I can thank to her telling me to not detangle, was that she got to see my hair and how it operated and how it acted after a wash. Other than that, that was it. That was the only thing that I just wish I would have done, because it did cause my installation to be very uncomfortable. She was the sweetest person and still is, and she tried her best to make my installation comfortable, but it just wasn't. It just wasn't. So that's the thing that I can say to you out there, that, you know, I wish I would have known. I wish I would have just did it, you know. So, and she did help me detangle in the chair, but even that, it was just like, ugh. Because, you know, ladies, 4C people especially, when it comes to detangling our hair, we need to do that. Because even if you got somebody that got the softest touch, detangling 4C hair, or if you're just a tender-headed person in general, getting your hair detangled hurts. So to have somebody else do it who can't feel your pain, regardless of how nice they're trying to be and how like soft they're trying to be and how smooth they're trying to be, it still hurts. So that's the biggest thing, okay? That's the biggest thing. And okay, so I'm going to do one more question, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this video, because I don't want this to be long, and I do want to make a part 2 to this video. So our last question I'm going to do is, what pattern do you or your lactician use on your hair? Now, my lactician uses a 4 type pattern, okay? So of course, if you've seen the clock, you know what a clock looks like. It is the 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, okay? And depending on where she is in my head, she does a different type of rotation, but it's basically the same clock. It just depends. If she's on a certain side of my head, she might end at the 12 to 6. If she wants it to lay a certain way, she might end a certain way. Like, it really doesn't, you know, go too far off the grid. It's just basically, you know, the pattern, the clock pattern. So, okay. So those are the questions I'm going to answer in this video, because like I said again, I don't want these videos to be too long. I get it. Talking head videos can be boring, especially if I'm not throwing a whole bunch of music and pictures and all of that in it, which I'm really not. The one thing about me is I like to feel like I'm talking to you. I don't want my videos to be overly, you know, edited and a whole bunch of unnecessary sounds and pictures to be thrown in them, even though I know that that's something that happens on YouTube and is entertaining. I just don't want to have to resort to being, you know, like that for my videos. So because I don't want to do all of that, I'm going to try to keep them as short and sweet and to the point. So again, this is part 1, guys. Please come back for part 2. But in the meantime, drop any questions. That's another thing. If you have any questions for me, drop them in this video and I will include them in my part 2. Okay? So if you ask me a question in my comment section on this video, I'm going to heart it, but I'm not going to answer it, because I'm going to take the answer and I'm going to put it in part 2. So part 2 will be the rest of the SisterlockTag questions, and it'll be any questions that you all may have for me. So part 2 is definitely something you want to come back for, okay? So in the meantime, again, like, comment, subscribe, share. I hope this video helped someone. Again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your comments. everybody that comes in my videos, comments on my videos, telling me that, you know, they like my videos and they like how I am and my viewpoints on things. Like, I really appreciate you all, because as you know, it's not easy to throw yourself out here for the world to see. So those of you who have been here, who have subscribed, thank you. I appreciate you. I will see you next time. Amber Denise out.